make sure that you can like see down there. Alright, so we had a little bit of engine trouble. Basically, when we were shifting, we had a problem where about second gear, it would have a loud clunk. I mean, do you want to explain? Do you know better? Like, what would it do when you were driving?
Every gear would clunk
And
as soon as it was about to shift into the next gear.
So basically, we determined that the transmission was moving around, and there's two mounts on a 2003 Mazda 6. It's a 3.0 liter automatic transmission. There's two mounts. There's a T-bone mount with one bigger end bolt and then a smaller bolt. That's underneath. I'll show pictures of that later in the video. And then also, you have this mount here that's on top of the transmission. So these are the two main mounts. This is actually the main part. That's actually rubber. That's the mount that's actually bad. You can see it's all cracked and messed up. So that's why the engine moves around. And a good indicator that is your problem is you can put it into park and then like just hold the brake, shift it into neutral. You'll see your engine actually shift. You can have the hood open and have someone watch it, and it'll just shift. And it'll also, when you hit the accelerator while you're holding the brake, you know, you want to be careful doing that, but that's another way you'll see the engine move a lot, and that's how you can tell. But definitely, if you see when you shift to drive, park, neutral, it shifts into different positions, you actually see the engine shift. You know that this is your bad part. So basically, all I had to do here was take out the battery. Then there was two bolts holding the battery tray in, and then all I had to do was take out the airbox. And the airbox just has a bolt here holding this tube on, and then there's a couple electrical connections, as you can see here, and then this little hose right here you have to detach from the airbox as well. And then the airbox, literally, just you pull on it, just sit there and pull on it, and it pulls out of these little things. And then once you got the airbox and the battery out, you'll be able to get to this. These bolts on here that you have to remove are 15 millimeter and 17 millimeter. These big ones are 15. There's 1, 2, 3 here, and then there's the 15 millimeter here, here, and then there's 2 on the frame. This back one in the frame is extremely hard to get off. That's what we're working on getting off right now. So what we had to do is there's a little clip that looks like this that goes over this and holds it into that little slot. So I pulled that clip out. She pry it with a screwdriver and put it in between there till you pull it out, set it aside, and then there's 2 12 millimeter bolts you have to pull out to get this bracket off. Then we'll be able to pull this whole thing out. Anyway, so that's that. All right, let's try this again. So this is the new part as I'm putting it in, just so you can see. Here's the side bracket, there's the 2, and basically you can see under here they connect. Oh wow, the camera makes it a lot easier to show. They connect right there, so you tighten those down really well. They usually come with those on the new one that you order that you buy, so it'll come with lock washers, so just tighten down as tight as you can. And then you have that one, the one there, which is very hard to get to. You're probably going to need a regular 15-inch wrench. Let me show you. Like this, in order to get it out, and you can just barely turn it a little bit at a time. Usually you have to take out this bracket here first in order to get to it, so that you can even loosen it a little bit with a socket, with like a breaker bar or something like so, in order to be able to get that other wrench in there and slowly turn it until it's all the way out. If you can, you know, get the regular wrench in there, just a regular 50-inch wrench. If you can get that in there and loosen it, then that's great, but it's into the frame, so it's really hard. In order to get to this bracket off, I had to take this off, and it's basically just 2 bolts here that hold a bracket that it slides into and has a clip. I'll show you how that works as we're putting it back together. So here, you want to get all those in place first before you tighten them all the way down. And I'm probably going to go ahead and put this other bracket on too. Oh no, because I have to tighten this one down. I think I did. I tightened this back one. You have to tighten all the way down. But these ones leave a little bit loose, just so that it's easier to get these other ones connected. And get everything nice and connected before you tighten those other ones down. So, we want this big bracket here. Smack you in the face with it.
Yeah, you should have.
Try to be easy on this thing, you don't want to damage it, as I'm prying and pulling on it really hard. No, I'm just kidding. John's like, screw you, dude. See, that's going to be hard to get on there just because of the fact that I already tightened those. Ow! Watch your fingers.
Don't break your fingers.
Tip.
Make me feel worse.
A little tip. Don't break your fingers. It's a little tip I'll give you.
I already messed up your thumb now.
I know. I just did the repair on the T-bone. And that, I'll post a video about that too. I'll just like show how to do it. Point out where it's at and everything. So usually if that one's bad, I don't know if this is always true, but because this one was so damaged, the other one, the T-bone was so damaged that this one was damaged too.
I would say that the T-bone was so damaged
That it caused this to get damaged. Well,
no, it was to the point that if I would have driven it anymore, I would have completely destroyed my car. Second off, if that would have broken completely and been to the point where this one was like completely destroyed too, and both of those, and there was only one other one that could have been.
It can ruin. Yeah, that's one thing. It can ruin your drive shaft. It can ruin all kinds of stuff.
So if I didn't get it home when I did the other night and just limp it home in third gear and just stayed in third gear, I got lucky, huh?
Oh yeah.
Because it was hitting so hard, bro. When it was hitting, I was so scared that it was ruining my car.
Well, it could have if it didn't get fixed. That's for sure.
Thank goodness it only started making really bad noises when I got home, and I was all the way in Roseville.
Let's mount this one and this one. So basically, how these ones go on, I should have showed that.
Don't worry about it, then.
Yeah, but basically under here, point it in there. Under here, there's a little disc, and it's got like a concave to it. Make sure the concave goes down in there the correct way, and that'll just, what it does is it lines everything up. So there's two of those, here and here, and then this one's just a regular bolt that goes down in. And then how this works is you put this, put this straight through here. Uh-oh.
What?
It's not lining up. Okay, so to show you what the problem was, this wasn't lining up properly. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put this bolt through first, this long one. So basically, that's going to slide right through there. And this has a little groove on it that'll sit right there. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on, I gotta set the camera down for a second. And then so what you end up with is that little thing holds in place automatically when you tighten this down. So I'm just going to do that finger tight right now so I can put these other ones in. See, that has a little concave on it. It's going to go right down into that concave, so make sure that you can see the concave on the mount. That way you know the mount is correct.
Wait, what?
I did it in the time you were gone.
Did what?
Fixed it.
No way.
Your whole car. No, I'm just kidding.
I can return these.
You guys want to see something funny? So this is how you know you get screwed at the dealership. This is a decent. This engine runs really good, but
you know what's funny is the people that were working on it, they said the transmission sounded good too.
Oh, good.
So the transmission, but they were shitty mechanics. So how do they?
Yeah, but still, they probably do. They probably know that that wasn't the best way to do it. But anyways, look how janky this hosing is. If anyone has any comments about this, if you have any information on maybe why this is like this, you know, I'm just regular old mechanic. I don't know exactly. I don't know everything, so I'm not like actually even a mechanic. I just work on cars. So show you kind of what's going on here and tell me if you see anything. I mean, I know that these aren't right. We can replace those. And then look what they did. This is the funny part. There was a hole in the hose, so they put part of a hose there. And then clamped it down. Zip ties. That's hilarious.
At least it's not like a major thing, though.
You don't know that. It might be.
Yeah, but this one's a major
Gotcha.
thing.
I see what you're saying.
Something so big like that that you couldn't go without. But there's no way you could put another piece over that one.
I mean, you probably, yeah, it wouldn't be.
No. Work,
anyways, so yeah. Not sure what's up with that. Oh yeah, and something to know. Whenever you're taking the battery thing off, that's what this is right here. This is for the battery plate, the battery tray. And this back bolt always breaks off. So just turn it as hard as you can, and it's going to be tough. It gets rusted real easy, especially like this car is a 170, right? So 170,000 miles. You'll have that usually rusted out from weather, from years of winters.
176 is almost 180.
You can hold that. So we got everything in place. I'm basically just going to tighten everything down now. I'm going to tighten down these ones. a decent amount, and then I'm going to tighten those ones down a decent amount.
Then
I'm going to tighten these all the way down.
All the way down at once, yeah.
And I'm going to slowly, inch it down evenly. I'm sure there's a torque on these that you could look up. If you guys want to get particular, you should probably look up the torque, but we're just going to tighten them down all the way. It'll be fine though, because it has this mount has a little bit of give to it somewhat, so it'll be good. Alright, so it's your hand tight.
I don't know how much pressure that thing can take being moved like that. Can't even see.
Get these 2 bolts in there. There we go. Working on cars is definitely not always easy.
Sure.
I got it. Gotta get my 12 milli. Where's my 12 milli?
Uh-oh.
I need to wefty woosy it. Wait, no, I'm not wefty woosy.